This is the method that we use to scale Facebook ads in 2023. We spend probably roughly about $1 million per month on Facebook ads, and this is the exact method we use to scale Facebook ad accounts, over the course of 10 very different industries, very different products, e-com, lead gen, app installs, all of that. Our portfolio is probably dominant about 60% e-com specifically. And in this particular case, we use it for all e-com, lead gen, app install, stuff like that. But look, if you're questioning why you should be listening to me, my name is Nick Theriot. I've done over $70 million in online revenue with Facebook ads. I run a Facebook ads agency and also coach and mentor students. So if you want more information on either one of those two, click the links below in the description box. Now, before we get started, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Let's dive into the video. All right, proven method to scale Facebook ads in 2023. And just to show you guys, just some of the results we've got just in June this month. Yeah, it's June 29th when I'm filming this. This is one of our stores right here, a men's clothing brand. Another store right here that is a supplement brand. It's about $262,000 this month, $915,000 this month. It's a lead generation client. We basically make about a 5x return on that $233,000 we spent. Somewhere around $1 million as well for that. Cost per lead about $31. Overall cost per lead target is like $35. So we're actually doing very good on this particular account right there as well. Just wanted to show you guys that what we do here, what I show you guys on these videos is exactly we actually do exactly this and take action on it. So step number one is you need to know your target NC CPA. Now, Nick, how do I figure that out? Well, if you go right here to this video, how to calculate your target CPA, I give you literally this whole entire sheet for free. Yes, for free. You don't have to buy anything. Just click the link, you get the sheet. Cool. You can fill it out yourself now. All right. So you need to go through this whole sheet. This is one from our clients or from one of our clients. And we're going to go through that whole thing now. So you're going to fill out your AOV, whatever your AOV was over the last 3 months, your cost of goods. What is your average cost of goods per AOV? And if you know something where it's like, hey, 19% of my AOV is cost of goods and 17% of my AOV is shipping and handling, then just do the math and type out whatever numerical number that is right here. So then we're gonna have a landed cost $23 per AOV, gross profit per AOV about $44, gross margin 65%, break even CPA $44.24, and then initial calculated break even ROAS about 1.54, and this is actually 84,000. And then next thing you want to do is type in your 3-month LTV. So I'm using TripleWell for all of this. That's what I like, is TripleWell. You can find all these numbers out in TripleWell relatively easy. Just look at the last 90 days and see what your lifetime value is. Type that in there. And then also too in TripleWell, if you look at the last 90 days on your summary dashboard, you can see your NC ROAS. Type that in, 1.42. And then just take your ad spend between Facebook, Google, all your channels over the last 3 months and average out to whatever that is. And that comes out to $84,000 per month that we're spending between all those platforms right there. Now, what this is going to do right here is this is going to give you kind of like what you're currently at now. NC ROAS 1.42, ad spend assumption $84,000. And based off these current numbers right here, we're losing the client negative $6,000 a month. So we're actually costing the client $6,000 per month. Oh my God, Nick, that's terrible. What the fuck are you doing? And we're spending $84,000. Oh my God, that's horrendous. And also too, not even counting our, 5-figure agency fee on this. This is, we're easily costing this client almost $20,000 a month and profit. So why can we build like that? And that's why I make you guys do this first, because every business has different objectives and every business has different, I would say, goals with the business. And this particular business is trying to scale as aggressively as possible. And they are reinvesting every little bit of profit back into the business. So they're scaling at break even on Facebook ads, but due to their 3-month LTV, they're making another $24,000 in profit. So they lose $6,000 on month 1, but over month 2 and 3, they make $24,000 total between that 60-day period in profit because of the LTV. And because we've been in business for what, almost 2 years coming up with our partnership together, that this has been compounding to where they're making, you know, $40,000, $50,000 a month in their returning customer profit, and they can afford to lose on month 1. And that's why they've been able to scale really freaking fast. Now, some of you guys might not be in that situation, and that's a whole nother video, but we need to focus here. So the goal here is to find your NCCPA. So this is right here is ours, $47.89. This is the current NCCPA that we're scaling at. Now, that's good with us. Now, for you, you might want a different NCCPA. And to determine what that NCCPA is that you need to look at your profit. So this is kind of like, what do you want to make with the business on a monthly basis? Now, probably about 90% of you guys watching this channel probably don't have LTV yet in your business. That's okay. You can work towards it. But right now, I'm just going to assume you have no LTV and it's just literally like ad spend, AOV, and that's it. So let's say, for example, if this particular client right here wanted to make 10K a month in profit. Well, one way we could do that is literally spend $80,000 at, you know, a 1.75 NC ROAS. That'll make them 10K a month in profit. Let's see, another way we could do it is probably like a 3X at, I don't know, maybe $30,000. Oh, that's actually more. So maybe $20,000. Oh, maybe $10,000. All right, cool. So we could also do a 3X at $10,000. And that's going to be about a $22 NCCPA. It's about $38 NCCPA. Maybe another way is a 4X at $5,000 or $4,000. I'll try 4,000. Oh, no, probably have to be a little bit more. Maybe 5,000. Oh, no, I am just terrible at math today. 69.999. All right. So look, there's a couple different ways we could hit 10K a month in profit. And that's like, there's no wrong way. As long as we hit 10K a month in profit, that's great. But here's the key thing here is that there's a couple things you need to take into account. So we've been working on this account for a year and a half now, 2 years almost. And for us personally, yeah, if we would spend $10,000, we'd make about, you know, on a 3X ROAS, that'd be all right. But we also have seen it's really not the greatest. Like, it really hasn't performed that well. And then also too, we're only acquiring 441 customers to the business. While right now we're acquiring 1,754 customers to the business. So we can acquire significantly more customers. Yes, we'll be less profitable in month 1, but we'll be more profitable in month 3. Now, obviously this is not significant difference, but this is also too, as the next couple months go on, these customers are going to keep buying from us. And I'd rather 1,000 customers keep buying from us over the next, I don't know, let's just say 12 months versus 441 customers, because we know they're going to decay over time and they're going to be lost and stuff like that. So, and again, I'm trying not to go off too much of a tangent here because I'm trying to show you guys how to scale Facebook ads. But a lot of people who I've showed this calculator to have been like, what? How do I use it? So long story short, figure out your spend, figure out your ROAS, you know, your NC ROAS, and that's going to give you NCCPA. Whatever your NCCPA is, this is what we are going to scale by. So I'm slowly fading away all of our clients away from, you know, NC ROAS, you know, and we're literally looking just at NCCPA because that's what matters, because it's a lot easier to look at NCCPA and the effect it has on the business versus ROAS, because quite frankly, this doesn't tell the full story. And the reason why it's NC ROAS is because NC is new customer. Just ROAS takes into account returning and new customers. We only want new customers because then we can actually plot their journey for the business. If we look at overall ROAS, we don't know which percentage of that was returning customers, which was likely, you know, came in from, I don't know, email marketing campaigns, like SMS blasts and stuff like that. And maybe a particular Facebook ad itself is just really good at acquiring existing customers. And we want more new customers. So all things we got to take into account, but long story short, plan all this out, pick a spend plan that allows you to hit the monthly profit you want to make. And then you set that plan, you go for it. So we do this with our clients all the time when they come on board. We'll pick a spend plan. I like to be realistic too, like 3X and 4X in this account, cool, but it's not really going to move the needle like we want for the long term of this business of trying to hit, because we're trying to acquire 10,000 customers, not a month, but like we want 10,000 active customers a month on our subscription, because it's a subscribe and save type of product. So people have the option to purchase once or subscribe and save. And one of our first objectives right now is to acquire as many customers as possible right now, as fast as possible. So that way we have a ton of customers to potentially get on our subscribe and save, and we're building up that subscribe and save from there. So this really wouldn't meet our spend plan right here, because it's going to take significantly longer to acquire those customers. And we're trying to be a dominant leader in the market. So we're trying to acquire as many customers as possible as well. So figure out your NCCPA. So let's just say we commit to this. Then that means we have a $38 NCCPA we need to commit to. Now, step number 2, ad account simplification. I'm not going to go into it completely here because that's another like 20-minute long video. But simplify your ad account, one campaign, one CBO campaign per country and business objective. Nick, what is a business objective? Well, let's say I have a women's line and a men's line. I'll have a business objective to grow the men's line and a business objective to grow the women's line. Cool, done, move on. Full video on that right here, how that's set up. In case you're someone who hasn't watched my videos yet before, you're a new customer, watch this video right here. It's gonna go over it literally step by step while I'm in the ad account to set all that up. Now, step number 3. Go into Triple L. We're using Triple L, so I'm gonna assume you are too. Go into Triple L and just pull up your main dashboard, and you're gonna look at the last 3-day average NCCPA. So today is the 29th, Thursday the 29th. You know, fun fact, I film all my videos on Thursdays at 1 p.m. Central Time. That's when I do my YouTube videos every week. It's on my calendar. But yeah, today's Thursday the 29th. So guess what? I'm looking at the last 3-day average. I'm taking 26 through the 28th. I'm selecting it to give me my 3-day average. This is the 3-day average. All right. NCCPA, $54.04. And we did a total of $32,000 in sales, $9,900 on ads, and about AOV about $68. Literally all of this does not make, I do not care about any of this, but the $54.04 NCCPA. Now, what will we do? If NCCPA is above our target NCCPA, we're going to scale down by 20%. Again, if NCCPA is above, so if our target's $40, we're going to get $55, it's above, we're going to scale down. If NCCPA is below target or at, again, so if we have a $40 NCCPA and our target's $40, we'll scale up by 20%. If it's at $39, we'll also scale up by 20%. Very simple. And what we'll do is step number 3. I'm actually showing you guys last 3-day NCCPA equals $54.04. I'm showing you guys right here. And our target NCCPA is $47.89. Ah, okay. So in this particular scenario, we're going to scale down budget by 20%. So I'm just going to go in the ad account right here, and I'm going to decrease budget by 20%. Again, 90% of you guys probably only going to have one campaign. You know, if you are in multiple different countries, just split it up by country from there. That's all you got to do. So go look at the NCCPA for like this country, NCCPA for this country, and you can just split it up like that. But, you know, all you do, because you're doing ad account simplification, you have one budget, just decrease it by 20%. Very simple. Now, other comments, because that's it. That's all we do. We do this every day based off the last 3-day average. Again, we do this once a day. I don't care what time, to be honest. It just depends when I get out of bed and walk to my computer and do it. Some days it's right in the morning. Some days it's late in the afternoon. I don't care, because I'm basing it off the last 3 days. I'm not basing it off today. We never make adjustments upon the current day. So like, I never look at today's performance. Like looking at today's performance, I just never do. It's pointless. It does not tell me anything, because 1, the day's still going. And 2, how do I make a decision based off just a few hours performance? I can't. I look at the last 3 days. Facebook is never consistently the same. That's why you need to go to a 3-day, sometimes even a 7-day window. The only time I ever require 7-day is if it's like a super long sales process, but 90% of you guys, 3 days perfect. Now, the only time I would ever make an adjustment on day like 1 is if I take a look at the ad account and like I spent maybe like 20x or 10x my target CPA and I don't have a single sale yet in the account. That's where it becomes an issue. You know, I've spent a insane amount of budget and like no sales are coming in, then like clearly there's something broken and I need to go dig deeper. But again, I've never had to do that yet. And I've been running accounts like this now since January of 2022. And next thing is, it's important to have consolidated ad accounts so there's fewer CBO budgets to adjust. So for this account right here, we have a triple well for each country because we have a Shopify for each country. And same store, same products, just for each country. So it's easy for me just to come in and then boom. But because we're in these different countries, like there's no point of consolidating CBOs because of each country has their own types of creatives, copies. Each country has their own like cultural values and stuff like that, conversion rates and stuff like that. So for us in this case right here, it's, you know, no big deal. Now, if you have 5 or like 3 products on your store, and then you have 3 campaigns for each product on your store, all targeting the USA, that's where it becomes pointless. Or if you have ABO and CBO and lookalikes and bid caps, all like these different campaigns, like that's where it's fucking useless. So don't do that. All right. Now, because I always like to over deliver to you guys, I'm also gonna give you guys a couple other things that's substantially improved, I would say, performance for some of our accounts. I'll even give you guys some scenarios as well. So step number 4, this is the advanced. This is for your advanced guys. You need to connect to a more powerful desire across your market. So let's say you're scaling your Facebook ads, you're doing the budget up and down, but you still can't quite break past the barrier. That's where we're going to focus on now. So you need to connect to a more powerful desire across your markets. We had this one brand. This is when I first discovered desire back in 2020. I was stuck at like $1,000 a day in revenue. I was running the ads for like 60 days and stuff like that. And ultimately we got to a point where like I just couldn't find anything. So I looked at the product and I changed the desire of the product. So again, desire is what people want. So I basically said, hey, if you want this, you need our product. And I just completely changed what people want. I called out a new desire, a new want across your market through market research. I found a new want. And we scaled to 1K a day to 5K a day in revenue by simply calling out new desire. We had another one of our products, for one of our clients, literally from like $250 a day to $1,000 a day in profits by simply calling out a different desire across the market. Very powerful. So just call out a different desire. Now, again, you might call out one that doesn't work. And then you're going to immediately think, oh, calling out desires didn't work. No, you probably did poor research. Or B, go test more. Very simple. Now, step number 5 is you need to open up to a higher level of market awareness. First time hearing market awareness, just search up my YouTube channel. I have plenty of videos around market awareness. And working with one of our accounts last year, we spent $4.5 million. Keep that in mind in this account. And midway through in the year, we spent about $2.25 million. And we got to a point where CPL, cost per lead, kept rising, and we just really struggling to figure out how to break it so we can scale up more. And ultimately it came down to opening up a new level of market awareness where we're sitting at a problemware market for 6 months. We kept testing hundreds of ads in that, and we pretty much exhausted a problemware market. So ultimately what we need to do is we need to go to either a higher level or a lower level and test both. But for me, we went higher level, and ultimately when we cracked that higher level, it substantially dropped CPL and allowed us to spend more. So we went from problemware to unaware. And so just open up a different level of higher level, or open up a different level of market awareness. Again, do the research and stuff like that and figure out what that is for you, and then go for it. Now, step number 6. I drilled you guys hard in my video recently. I posted $1 million in 30 days with Facebook ads. But look, you can't scale a terrible product. If you came to me and you're like, Nick, I'm selling the iPhone 4, I'm trying to scale it in 2023, I would laugh at you, I would block you, and I would never ever talk to you again. Because just what? You need a superior product. You need to have a better product than your competition. Go look at all the problems with their products based upon the customer reviews and everything like that. Build a better product and then scale that. Be the obvious choice. And then lastly, step number 7 is make your business less reliant on Facebook. So what do I mean by that is, this is a perfect example right here. If we had to be, for example, for this business, if we had to be profitable on day one, it'd be a lot more harder for this business, but luckily we don't because we have a really good LTV. Now, again, don't get me wrong. We started at a 3x with 10K a day. We started at this, but then we moved to this because it fits our business goals better because we acquire significantly more customers to the business. And this took us like about a year to go from. So it definitely wasn't something overnight, but we made the business less reliant on Facebook. We don't necessarily need Facebook to be performing, like dictating our performance every day. I've seen this a lot with a lot of stores where like they're fully reliant on Facebook, like 100% of their customers coming from Facebook every day. And if Facebook has a small fluctuation, their whole business has a fluctuation. So you need to improve that customer journey and have people coming back to the business and purchasing from you and having a really high customer repeat rate like this. So that way every day you're getting revenue from Facebook, but you're also getting a lot of revenue from existing customers coming in. Super important. So that's also another huge thing for you because what happens is you can lower that or raise that NCCPA that you can afford for your business, because at the end of the day, the person that can spend the most to acquire a customer for their business always wins. That's also why you're willing to have a higher NCCPA, because you're willing to spend more to acquire a customer for your business. So yeah, guys, hope this video helped out. This is just a few things that's helped us. We leverage this across every one of our businesses we work on, and hope you guys take some value from it. Make sure to like button, hit the subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and hope to see you guys next week, whatever. See you, whatever. Peace. Take care.